Now back to America's most powerful talk lineup, WHIO.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
Hey, I'm here for the big show.
This guy, Todd, does he make you laugh?
He's funny.
He's amusing sometimes.
It's kind of a big show.
Okay, boys, hit it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
I'm Todd. It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Tonight on the show, we've got a follow-up on the story that we were talking about last night. Actually, a couple of follow-ups. This guy that tried to rob the Hollywood Casino down there in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Yesterday, the details were sketchy, as they say. But today, we've got more details, and this guy actually almost made it away with a bunch of money. And I was really surprised. So we're going to talk about that. Also, I got an email last night. We talked about it on the show. There was an unusual sighting at the Green over the weekend. Edge had sent me an email saying that he spotted a guy wearing a pink shirt. He was bearded, and he was holding up a sign that says, "I am proud of you." And we're kind of like, what's going on here? What sort of shenanigans are happening over there at the Green? Well, lo and behold, that particular person, his name is Andrew. He reached out to me. I guess some ladies that he works with listened to the show. They're hardcore edgeheads, and they said, "Hey, that's you. You ought to contact that guy." So we've got that, and then in the second hour, we've got Johnny Catalano. He's from the Plaza Theater. He called in last week. He's going to be in the studio tonight, and he's got a film festival that's coming up here very soon out at the Plaza. And we're going to get details on that. Plus, I'm going to ask him about an Evening Edge movie marathon featuring films that include cars crashing into buildings. And surprisingly, there's quite a few movies that have cars crashing into buildings. So we'll see if we can put that together. The first thing I wanted to talk about tonight, though, this is exciting. I've sort of been teasing it over the last week or so. It's finally official. We've got the registration page up. You can join the Evening Edge, other Edgeheads. We're going to be holding a bowling event. And this is cool. It's Make a Strike Against Heart Disease and Stroke. And it's benefiting the American Heart Association Go Red campaign. And it's happening on March 30th at the Polking Woodman Lanes, noon to 2. And here's the deal. It's $150 per team. When you break it up between 6 people, not a ton. You also get free shoes. You get to, you have to pay for your shoes. And it's just a great fundraiser. So get your friends together, your coworkers together, your families together, whoever, and get a bowling team and come out. It's going to be fun. Plus, we're going to do our own version of Bowling for Dollars. Now, if you don't remember Bowling for Dollars, it was a popular show back here back in the 70s, I think, late 60s, early 70s in Dayton. And Bowling for Dollars was on in other locations as well, where people would come out and try to bowl a strike. And if they got a strike, they'd win some sort of prize. So what we're going to do is everybody who participates, they come out and they get a shot at getting a strike. And if you get a strike, you will be in the running for a $100 gift card. So that's pretty cool. So go to, here's a couple ways you can do this. You can go to my Facebook page at Evening Edge Todd, and there's a link on there, and just click on it and it'll take you to the registration. Or you can go to WHIO.com/Evening Edge, and you'll find the registration there as well. So get signing up. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We we had an evening edge. Well, at the time it was the Sunday Edge when I was only on Sundays. We had a Sunday Edge bowling team called the Sunday Edge Pinheads. And we were really enjoying it. We were bowling out at Beaverview and Beaver Creek, the bowling alley that I grew up going to. And we every week we were out there and we were having a great time. We were meeting a lot of people. And then COVID hit. And it after 3 weeks, it got canceled. So this will be our first attempt to go back and do some bowling. So I'm excited about that. So once again, WHIO.com/evening edge. All right. So here's this story. The more details. I guess we could play our bad boys. Yeah, here we go.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want.
So yesterday we talked about this. Over the weekend, there was an attempted robbery at the Hollywood Casino. Well, this was on Saturday, down there in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I've been there before, and that's actually one of the only casinos I've ever won money playing cards. I've won like $150, and I was pretty happy with that. But this guy on Saturday, apparently his name, Daniel Birdseye, 39-year-old guy. He was there at the casino earlier in the day and then left, but then came back with the intent of robbing the casino. So this is around 7:30. Here's what they say. After returning, Birdseye walked into the main cage bank area of the casino. He jumped through the teller window, and which gave him access to the bank area. And that's where he started taking the money. A woman working in the area tried to close the door when she saw Birdseye coming through the teller window, but he kicked it open. He got inside and locked the door. With the employee inside, Birdseye started demanding the money. From there, cops say the 39-year-old suspect took the cash. Now, they never say how much money he took. That's an important aspect, I think. I mean, you're going to jail regardless, right? If you get caught. But it'd be interesting to know, like, how much money he actually got. Because I love those Ocean's 11 movies, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, where they're all about robbing a casino. And they're talking about millions and millions of dollars. Well, that's not the case here, I'm sure. But I'd like to know how much he got. Anyway, he grabbed money from the drawers and shoved cash into a bag he was carrying. There was a casino employee on the phone as Birdseye took the money. Birdseye then held a gun to the employee, saying, "You're going to be my hostage and get me out of this building." Birdseye told the employee to hang up or he would shoot her, which she did. The employee, being held at gunpoint, told law enforcement he walked Birdseye through the casino's first level to an exit. Birdseye then let the employee go, and that's when he took off. Now, I don't think he had this planned very well. You would think that if you're going to make an escape after robbing a casino, you're going to want to do it in a car of some sort. And you want to have the car close to an exit, right? I mean, that's how, if you're watching this in a movie, that's what they would do. But this guy apparently took off running towards the Oxbow Nature Conservancy. Well, with cameras everywhere, they're going to be easily able to see where you run. So cops showed up. And they quickly took him into custody there in the woods of the conservancy. They found a loaded gun, a loaded magazine, and a bag stuffed with cash. And the money still had the casino wrappers on it. He waived his Miranda rights. What? He waived his Miranda rights? Huh. He told police that he was desperate and in debt. But he was at the casino earlier, gambling. Now Birdseye is facing felony charges, kidnapping, robbery, armed with a deadly weapon, criminal confinement, intimidation, and battery on public safety officials. But here's my question. Whenever I go to a casino, which admittedly is not very often, I see security people all the time. They're at all the entrances. I mean, when I've done events at the Raceway Casino, I mean, I have to go through security. I got to give my ID, the whole deal. And you would have thought that somebody would have been on hand that would have seen this happening and jumped into action. Apparently not. I mean, every movie you see that takes place in a casino, there's always big, hulky guys, right? These goons that are, they got the earpiece on, they're packing heat, they weigh about 300 pounds or about 6'4". You know what I'm talking about. And from the looks of the video that I saw, this guy doesn't seem very imposing. So I don't know if they just said, let him go and maybe we'll catch him later. But, man, once you put a gun on an employee, all bets are off, man. You go in, you go hard. So I'd be curious to know if they're going to be reviewing their security protocol. Because I would bet that they've never had an attempted armed robbery at that casino before. But there you go. That's the details on that. I thought that was really interesting because yesterday the details were very sketchy, but that really delve into it, and that was from the Cincinnati Enquirer. 937-457-1290 coming up. More calls.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
T-O.
Double D.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All righty. How's everybody doing tonight? What's shaking? Hope you survived the couple of lines of storms we had earlier. Apparently, there was a unconfirmed tornado in Putnam County, Ohio, earlier this afternoon. Not anywhere close to here, but I wondered about that. I was sitting at home waiting for a phone call. I had a meeting today via phone, and storms were moving in. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. So let's see here. We got, hey, Heather. Hey, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. Always kind. Hey, Clinton. Hey, Susan. Josh, what's up? Russell, how are you? Marcia, hey there. Hey, go to the, put a bowling team together. Put a bowling team together and come out and bowl and raise some funds for the American Heart Association. Go Red. You know, we've, my family, as I said in the video, you might see on my Facebook page, like many families, we've had our brushes with heart disease and stroke in our family. And, you know, it's a good cause. So you might want to check it out and come bowling with us. Heather, that's funny. What's a GIMP? That's funny. Well, it's a family-friendly event, Clinton. All ages are welcome. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go, Heather. I will be there for sure. I'll probably do some sort of grand opening remote or something. That'll be fun. Do my show up there. That'd be great. I'm looking forward to that. Those folks at Tires Unlimited are really, really good folks. I'm enjoying my work relationship with them. They're great. And in fact, from what I understand, the location where they're opening up was actually hit a couple of weeks ago. That was the building that was hit up in Troy. So that's kind of ironic. You know, I used to work up in Troy at a little radio station up there. I used to do a remote at the Leaf and Vine. You ever been to that bar? I'm not sure what the building is called, Clinton. It's somewhere near downtown. I think it's like across from the city hall or the courthouse or wherever.
UD looks to get back on track on the road tonight. We'll have the latest at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
You gotta tune in, man. You gotta tune in.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
You are a stupid, stupid idiot!
Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Idiot! Imbecile pig!
Wake up, idiot!
Silly dilly dokio. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
Yep, we got an idiot of the week. This is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. And it's a local idiot, but I don't know exactly who the idiot is. Like, I don't know their name. I don't know if anybody saw this. I shared it on my Facebook page today. Apparently, and I don't know if this was yesterday this happened. Apparently, somebody was trying to transport a trampoline on the top of an SUV And it looks like the wind caught it, maybe, and flipped it over to one side. And I thought, well, what kind of idiot does that? And then after I posted that picture, and I don't know where I'm trying to see, I couldn't read. There's a police vehicle behind the SUV that was pulled over, but I can't tell where it was at. But then somebody, Edgehead Larry, posted a couple of years ago. He was on 35 and was going westbound, and there was again an SUV with a fully, I don't know, is the word erect? A fully erect trampoline on top of the SUV strapped down. They do know that those come apart, right? You can take it apart and move it. I know it's a pain in the butt, but is it safe to be driving around with a trampoline on the top of your car? That's insane. And these people learned the hard way. I'd love to know what town this was in. What were people thinking? 937-457-1290. Also, I want to mention this. So yesterday we had a story. I kind of talked about it at the top of the show. A guy in a pink shirt standing out at the corner in front of the green over the weekend. Somebody saw this guy holding a sign that says, "I'm proud of you." He's wearing a pink shirt. And he's got a big bushy beard. So we talked about it. And lo and behold, I got an email this morning from Andrew. It says, "Hello, Todd. A lady at work told me someone called in about a feller in a pink shirt with a sign in Kettering Sunday. That was me. She said you or someone was wanting answers, so I thought I'd send you an email. My name is Andrew, and I'm running the Bearded Beacons." So I actually talked to Andrew today, and what he's going to be on the show tomorrow night. And he's going to explain why he's doing this. And it's actually kind of a really, really cool thing that he's doing, trying to bring attention to mental illness treatment. So he's going to be on tomorrow night just after 6 to talk about standing out at the green with a sign that says, "I'm proud of you." That's pretty cool.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, thank you, Missy. Have a good night, Susan. See you, Russell. "20 numbers on it." Huh. I've not seen that. Probably a crackpot. Some sort of crackpot. Oh, yes, Marcia. Here, let me hang on. I still have to create the Facebook event posting, but the details are up there. Let me find the link, and I'll send it. I'll post it. But I'll get it posted. I just didn't have time to do it. That kind of finished it up about an hour before my show, so I wasn't able to get everything done. I had to shoot a video for it. Anyway. Sir Sparkalot, I am not a 300 bowler. I think my highest game, I don't think I've ever broken 200. I think my highest score was like 198, 197. Been a while. Ouch.
Mission. I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. We've got a current events quiz. If you'd like to take the current events quiz, be the fifth caller, 937-457-1290. Gracie is my producer tonight, and you will be speaking with her, so be nice to her. We have tickets to give away for none other than, I don't know if you heard the show last night, but this is pretty exciting. I loved this guy. He was one of my two teen idols as far as dudes go. One was David Cassidy from the Partridge Family, and the other was Donny Osmond. Oh, yeah. Remember this song by the Osmonds? Man, oh, man. I rock this song out in my bedroom quite a bit. So anyway, if you'd like to take the current events quiz, give us a call, 937-457-1290. Josh in Dayton, what's going on, Josh? Gracie, you got to turn on the phones. You there, Josh? He's not there. Oh, hang on. Let me try it again. Josh, you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. That was actually my fault.
That's okay.
It wasn't Gracie's fault. It was my fault. So anyway, what's happening, man?
You were talking about trampolines being strapped to cars. I was an over-the-road truck driver for 15 years. I was in Odessa, Texas. I seen a coffin strapped to an SUV, and I thought, well, maybe it's empty and they just bought it or something. No, there was an entire funeral procession behind that SUV.
And it was on top of the of the SUV?
Yes, it was strapped to the roof of the SUV.
Wow. Was it a funeral home SUV or was it like Bob's SUV?
Somebody's SUV.
Really? That's
I don't know. Maybe if they couldn't afford the hearse and all that or what, but strapped on top of a SUV, just riding down the road.
That is crazy. Now, this picture that I posted today, apparently somebody on the live stream said that this was in Vandalia, that this SUV had the trampoline strapped to the top of their car, and the wind kind of blew it over, so you're screwed there, right?
Yes, sir.
But they said they thought they were scrapping it. And that makes it even stranger to me. I can understand if, let's say, you go to Facebook Marketplace and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get the kids a trampoline this spring, but I don't want to buy a new one. I'm going to buy a used one. And you find one on Marketplace for like $50. And you're like, all right, well, I'm going to go pick it up. I'm going to strap it to my car. I'm going to bring it home and I'm going to surprise the kids. I understand that. It's stupid to do that, but I understand that. But if you're just going to scrap it, why wouldn't you tear it down? That makes no sense to me at all.
Well, the old saying is you cannot fix stupid.
That is true. That is true. All right, Josh, I appreciate
One last thing
it. Oh,
before
yeah.
you let me go.
Yeah, go for it.
I've been begging you on Facebook, and I'm going to beg you on here.
Uh-oh.
I need slot 251.
Slot 251 on the list. Let me see. I don't know that I have my list with me. I'll have to check it.
You've only went to 250, and you told me you wouldn't move it up until it got close.
Well,
it's going to be over 250, and I want
you think so?
51.
I mean, we're at caller. We're at number 28. So yes. I mean, look, we're into March. I guess it could happen. Okay, I'll take it under advisement. All right, Josh.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there you go. That line's open 937-457-1290. All right. Do we have somebody to do the current events quiz? Gracie? Anyone? Oh, line 3. Okay. There's no name up there, so I don't know who it is. She doesn't know either. All right. Who's this?
It's Matt.
Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Good.
All right. You want to take the current events quiz?
Sure do.
All right. Let's get it going here.
Listen, everybody. It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
Quiz, hot shot. Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Thank you very much, Norm Kelly, official announcer of the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz. Now, Matt, you are playing for a pair of tickets to see Donny Osmond. Were you a fan of the Osmonds when you were growing up?
I think that was before my time.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure somebody likes the Osmonds or Donny Osmond. Okay.
I'll find somebody.
I'll find somebody.
I'll go. I'll take a date.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. I'm going to give you this quiz. You know how to play the current events quiz?
I believe it's C.
Yeah, that's right. 3 questions, 3 possible answers. It's always C. All right. Now, all of these questions have to do with Las Vegas. Okay. Which makes sense because the tour that Donny Osmond is on, it's Donny Osmond straight from Vegas. So it makes sense. All right. Here's question number 1. A California man is suing the Venetian Palazzo Tower in Las Vegas after he says while sleeping in his hotel bed, he was stung 3 to 4 times on his testicles. By what? A drunken murder hornet, B, a lonely fire ant, or C, a venomous scorpion?
C.
You got it. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, he got this happened back in December. He says he was sleeping, and a scorpion got in his bed and stung him on his testes 2 or 3 times, and complained about it. And he still ended up having to pay for his room, so he's now suing the hotel. All right, here's question number 2. A Las Vegas woman says she was sitting on a park bench recently, and she was bitten on the buttocks by what? A hobo, B, a squirrel, or C, a coyote?
C, coyote.
You got it. There's been a string of coyote bitings recently in Las Vegas. And if you didn't know, because we talked about it last week, we are in the midst of coyote mating season. So if you hear the howls outside, keep your pets inside, or you could lose them. All right, here's question number 3. During a NASCAR Cup race in Las Vegas this past Sunday, members of driver William Byron's pit crew discovered what item inside the car's air filter? A, a wrench, B, an iPhone, or C, a beer can?
C, beer can.
You got it. So apparently what happened was during the race, it's been very, very windy in Las Vegas over the last week or so. During the race, a giant trash bag from the infield somehow flew onto the track because of the wind, and they believe that the beer can was inside the trash can, and it landed on the grill of Byron's car. And somehow, some way, the beer can got sucked into the car and into the air filter. I don't know how that works, but that's what they said. That's what happened. All right, congratulations, Matt. You're the winner. Hang on the line. We'll get your details, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yep, hang on the line, and there you go. That's how you play the current events quiz. It is Tasty Tuesday.
Why don't you go inside and get yourself a tasty snack?
Want a bite? They're real tasty.
How you got so big that you food of this kind?
It was tasty.
Delicious and tasty.
When you're hungry, everything looks tasty.
That was tasty little hors d'oeuvre.
You know, I love talking about food because it's the one thing we can all agree on, a good meal. You may not agree on politics or religion or sports teams, but by gosh, we all love a good meal, and that's why we do Tasty Tuesday and food news here on the Evening Edge. I saw this today. I wasn't aware, but KFC is now selling their take on pizza. Have you seen this? It's called a chizza. A chizza. It's not pizza. It's chizza. It's 2 100% white meat, extra crispy fried chicken fillets, topped with zesty marinara sauce, melty mozzarella cheese, and crispy pepperoni. So basically, they're turning chicken breasts into the vessel to which delivers the yummy cheese and pepperoni. Chizza. First debuted on KFC menus in the Philippines back in 2015. And since then, the exclusive has made its way around the world to Korea, Taiwan, India, Thailand, Germany, Spain, and Mexico, among other countries. Now you can experience it right here in the United States for the first time. Does that sound appetizing to anybody? Fried, grilled pieces of chicken fillets topped with marinara, pepperoni, and mozzarella. No, I'll pass. I like my pizza the good old-fashioned way. If you're a fan of Pringles, you might be excited to know that they're bringing back the honey mustard flavored Pringles. I guess back in 2008, this was a big deal. It was a limited edition, and ever since, people have been clamoring and pestering the Pringles people about bringing back the honey mustard. It debuted in 2008, and it was discontinued in 2022. But they're bringing it back. Pringles made the big chip announcement last week on their Instagram. Don't know if it's permanent, but at least for a limited time. Now, yesterday we talked about the fact that it was National Snack Day, and we were talking about your favorite snacks. People who called in, of course, mine is Cheez-It. But the folks at HubScore, they did a story, a research project, a research project. Yeah, they took a poll to find out America's favorite snack by state, and the results show that Rice Krispie Treats has overtaken Doritos as the top choice in 18 states. From Ohio down to Florida and almost, down in the South Atlantic coast. Doritos is the number one snack. However, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Michigan, and parts of the northeastern seaboard, they love their Rice Krispie Treats. Who doesn't? Looks like in the Southwest, Texas, New Mexico, Louisiana, Nevada, California, Arizona, Cheetos. They love their Cheetos. Oklahomans, Okies, they love Fritos. And people in Montana and North Dakota, they go for Chex Mix. New York, they love their just Lay's potato chips. There you go. That's the snack wrap, if you will, on Tasty Tuesday.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
All right, I'll be right back, folks. I've got a guest here at the front door, so I need to run and let him in. So talk amongst yourselves. Negotiating with our engineering department to try to get studio space. So.
Centerville looks to unveil a new Dora. We'll have that for you at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Well, he has quite the reputation.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. This Friday night, out at the Antioch Shrine Temple, that's on East 1st Street here in Dayton. It's the Antioch Shriners Fish Fry fundraiser. Benefits the Antioch Shrine Temple, Shrine Center and Transportation of children who are staying at the Shriners Hospital here in Dayton. And the money goes to support those efforts. It starts at 6, runs through 9. And actually, this is kind of cool. It goes through March 29th, every Friday night during Lent. It's $20 to get in. If you want to just show up and take some fish home, it's $15. And there's also a bake sale going on. There's going to be live entertainment and gambling. They got 50-50 and pool tabs. And that's going on this Friday night. A buddy of mine, Don, put this together. So I told him I'd give him a mention for it. But it's this Friday night down at the Antioch Shriners Shrine Temple.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Carolyn, did that just happen? Did that just happen today? I have not seen that. Trying to, let's see here. Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I can't click on. I can't click on links that people post. Video posted about 4 hours ago. All right. Well, let me look here. She says she tagged me, so. I'm not seeing it. I don't know if did you tag me on Facebook or did you tag me on Instagram? Where? Let's see here. Can you send me the link in Messenger? That's the best way to do it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Something told me to turn on the radio. It's showtime! This is great. It's a nice break. This guy, Todd.
Monday through Friday.
Getting restless?
5 to 7.
All right, I'm listening. Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Dayton drivers keep on crashing, colliding into homes and stores. Every week, another thrashing leaves the building feeling sore. Our city streets, complete madness. How did it become this way? I don't get all the confusion between the gas pedal and the brake. This Miami Valley madness is hard to comprehend. Drivers smashing Dayton buildings, such an ugly trend. People, we must take a stand. Look out! Cars out of control, crashing through the city of Dayton.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. And I just got a video from Edgehead Carolyn. It looks as though a vehicle has crashed at some time earlier today, crashed into McGuire's Liquor on Main Street in Dayton. And this picture, this video, it's off of Instagram. Yep, that's Dayton. I don't know that liquor store in particular, but that is definitely, that's a car into a building. So we'll get details on that. That would be number 29 for the year. 29, if you're keeping track. Joining me in the studio and on the live stream, he's here, Johnny Catalano. He's from the Plaza Theater in Miamisburg. Johnny, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Todd?
I'm doing well. Let me just first say that a number of people are commenting on that snazzy shirt you're wearing.
Oh, well, that was the hope.
I am digging that. I'm digging that.
Thank you.
Very, very fancy, very cool.
Yeah.
So if you want to check out Johnny's shirt, you can see it in all its glory on the live stream or on Facebook, YouTube, and Stitch. Now, the reason I've got you on the show, you were on the broadcast a week or so ago, just sort of briefly, and we were teasing this event that's going on this weekend, this Saturday, at the Plaza Theater, and I think it's pretty cool. You've got your own film festival.
Yeah.
The Catalano Film Festival.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. See,
Yep.
well, a shirt's befitting somebody who has their own that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the whole.
Yeah, sure.
Every kind of press thing I've been trying to do, I don't know. I'm trying to do some different type of 70s-esque look.
Yes,
What better time period for style than the 70s?
Yeah, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but when I first saw that shirt, I immediately thought Greg Brady.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
maybe
Mike
Johnny
Brady,
Bravo, right?
Or Johnny Bravo. Yeah, that's a good one too.
That
That's
works
a
for
good
me.
one too. All right, so this Saturday it starts at noon, and this is going to be like an all-day deal, right?
Yeah, it's all day, but I always say to kind of newcomers, it's a very flexible event. So like if you just wanted to come, the doors open at noon, the screenings begin at 1 p.m. Go till about 5:30 with a long kind of intermission in between.
Okay, right.
Like 20 minutes, perfect time to stretch your legs, get some popcorn.
Right.
Maybe, go
Run next
just
door,
run
have a
next
few
door,
pints.
get a few, get a drink or get some candy,
Or whatever.
So, and then, after that, it's really loose, there's a Q&A, there's an award ceremony. That stuff's really for, I guess, the diehard film fans and some of the filmmakers themselves. But, and then we have a encore presentation of Night of the Living Dead to kind of close out everything. So just a long day of cinema, but again, flexible.
Right. Well, and you're going to have there's going to be a special guest there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the special guest is John Russo, which in October I kind of came on and talked about an event we had with him prior.
Yeah, I was out there for that.
Yeah,
we did some stuff with that. Yeah, when
fun.
we did the Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. I mean, with
stuff.
him, and he's a lovely guy. He's a legend in his own right. He's one of those people that as a regional independent filmmaker myself, I can really look up to and just keep as a kind of a North Star as far as what somebody like me or somebody like him can do with a career. Not having to move out to LA or kind of the big
get caught up in all
big
that
machine. It's a kind of a powerful story with him making Night of the Living Dead. And,
right. Well, he was a co-writer on the film.
Yeah.
And the other thing that you're going to be I think, are you going to be screening the new documentary about him?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, we're premiering the official world premiere of My Life with the Living Dead, which is a documentary on his life and work.
Yeah,
which was really kind of a fortuitous situation because I had no idea this film was even in production. The last time I met him, he actually called me up and was wondering if he could use some of the footage from the event that happened in October in the film. So the Plaza Theater is featured in the film itself. Which is really
that's
awesome.
neat.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Now,
did he go on to? And I mean, I met him briefly, but I didn't really get a chance to talk to him. And candidly, I don't know his history other than that.
Yeah.
What did he go on to do? Other films, or did he have a long, lengthy career? Or give us some.
He certainly has. So like outside of the Romero kind of canon films, you got Dawn of the Dead, all that type of stuff. He really had he didn't really have much to do with those films, but he had his own. He has a cult classic film called Midnight that was produced in 1982. And just up until now, he just wrote a film for Lionsgate, The Night They Came Home, a Western
Oh, really?
And it's actually out VOD. You can rent it. It's got Danny Trejo in it,
Oh,
among
nice.
others. You know, it's a
he's
you know
great.
it's one of those great kind of old classic gritty kind of like Sam
Right.
Peckinpah style westerns. You know, so he's been working. He's writing. He's
Sure.
been producing his whole life.
Okay,
really.
so
Yeah.
that's going to be a huge highlight. Now,
Oh, yeah.
the other aspect of this is the regional filmmakers
Yeah.
who, and most of these are like shorts,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's 5 shorts, 2 features to include that documentary. There's one feature from a filmmaker who had made a feature that I actually worked on 2 years ago. His new feature's premiering it's called Blackwoods. It's kind of like a drama that's kind of in a secluded woods cabin type situation type setup. But yeah, it's making its world premiere there. And then the 5 shorts kind of vary in genre. You know, there's horror films, there's thriller films,
Right.
there's sort of like comedy, I guess you could say, and then of course drama. So
What are the ages of a lot of these? When I say young, I don't mean young in age, but like I guess newer directors, newer filmmakers. Like what are the ages?
mainly 20s. There might be a few maybe in the early 30s, but a lot of just young up and coming filmmakers who have a lot of passion, have a lot of skill, have a lot of talent. You could be seeing like the first early shorts of just a filmmaker you see in the headlines or the marquee lights one day. So that's what's really intriguing about this festival is that it's all about the upcoming kind of growing talent that exists here.
Well, and what's amazing too is that there's a lot of talent like that in this area. Southwestern Ohio. And we were talking before the show because we had this story today. Ron Otto talked about it, and it's on WHIO.com. That the new Superman movie is going to be shot. I don't know if it's going to be 100% shot.
Yeah, right.
But right here in Ohio. And they say that this is going to be, this is interesting. The new movie will spend around 200 days.
I thought that was a really long schedule.
200 days. That's a long filming schedule.
Yeah.
In Ohio this spring and summer, including Cleveland and Cincinnati. And apparently the Ohio Motion Picture Tax Credit application shows that they received $11 million in tax credits.
That's terrific.
Yeah. So they're saying that the production will create about 3,000 jobs here in Ohio and begin in April.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's something that happens, a lot more often than people realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's several films that come out. There's that Bones and All film with Timothy Chalamet. That's how you say his name. Sorry Timothy, if I mispronounce it.
Yeah.
But that was filmed in Cincinnati. This new Bike Riders film with Tom Hardy, Austin Butler, Cincinnati too.
Right.
So like Superman, no surprise there.
Now, why do you think it's probably it's not just the tax credits?
Yeah.
But I mean, what's the appeal or what's the draw?
I think it's we, like you were saying earlier, we have such a large pool of industry professionals that can they're not necessarily flying all these people out from LA.
Right. Yeah.
They're actually pulling I know several people who've worked on the films I mentioned as various types of roles on these huge productions, because that's kind of what they do. They know that there's a growing market in film, whether it be commercial or independent film.
Right.
They could pull a lot of these industry professionals and use them.
Well, the other thing
benefit.
too, I would imagine, it's just the expense is so much less coming to someplace like Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Than it would be in California, Los Angeles, Hollywood, that whole deal, or New York City or whatever. And I know that that's why there's a couple of studios that have been built in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Over the last decade or so, because it's just cheaper.
Right.
And you can almost find if you're looking for a particular, I don't know, scenery or whatever, it's easy to find.
Very few places shoot in LA anymore, just because it is so expensive. And I think that, Ohio, the Southwestern Ohio, even Cleveland, we're almost like the next Atlanta. I generally think. I think that where Pittsburgh was in 68 when Romero and Russo made Night Let Me Dead, which was one of the higher kind of places as far as independent film goes. I think this is one of the best places you can live if you want to work in
Yeah, cool.
independent film.
All right, we're going to talk about more of that coming up. Plus, I'm a little jealous because you've got this film festival.
Yeah.
I would like to have my own film festival, or at least my own movie marathon.
Yeah.
And the idea that I had, and we just kind of off the top of our heads last week, this idea of showing, maybe 2 or 3 films that involve, that have scenes of cars crashing into buildings.
That sounds fun.
Because it seems very appropriate, right? She's very appropriate for this show.
For sure.
So I wanted to open it up to the phone lines, 937-457-1290. I know of 1 or 2 right off the top of my head where cars have crashed into buildings, but we'd like to get your input as well.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Of course.
I'm putting the mics up, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can't.
You don't have to have your headphones on. You're not going to be hearing any. Yeah, it's all good. No, I know of like the Blues Brothers. That's the big one.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll talk about that. But I found actually, I found a couple of lists on IMDb.
Okay.
Most popular movies and TV shows tagged with the keyword car crashes into a building.
What's number 1?
Blues Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go through some of these. Some I kind of remember. There was one in particular, The Enforcer, Dirty Harry with Clint Eastwood, where he crashes into a I want to say like a coffee shop maybe or something.
I believe
something.
so.
Yeah, or something.
He runs someone over, right?
Well, he does
process?
that. Well, maybe I think maybe so.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Flies them in.
But yeah, so that's on there. King Kong is on there.
King Kong.
And I don't remember.
Which one?
The 1933.
Really? Maybe he puts one in a building.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what let's see. King Kong.
I could see the Jeff Bridges one, maybe.
Right. Let's see. King Kong car crashes into building. Well, it says a helicopter.
Well, that's got to be the 70s one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess we'll take IMDb.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Maybe there is. Maybe there. I don't.
It's been a while since I've seen the original King Kong. I probably need to, give it a good rewatch here soon.
But let's see. The Dark Tower. I didn't see that one.
No, I haven't seen. I know it's a Stephen King thing.
BMX Bandits.
Okay.
There's a couple of lists here. There's a ton of them on TV.
Oh yeah, probably happens once a week on TV.
Yeah.
Rockford Files in there.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, there's one I remember in particular they mentioned from TV. Everybody Loves Raymond. There was a famous scene where his mom, who lives across the street, drives into their house.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
I don't know if I remember that episode.
Taken.
Liam Neeson.
Taken. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely drives into a building. I don't even have to rewatch it.
But there's we'll go through a couple of these. See if you even remember these movies. I don't remember many of them.
Yeah. It's quite the specific,
yeah, it's
thing.
It is a very obscure genre.
My favorite films are movies where cars crash into buildings.
Let's see. Somebody says they messaged me a list. I wonder if it's the same list that I pulled off. Yeah. Yep, those are the one. That's the list that I got earlier.
Does it have to be a car or could it be a motorcycle?
Well, it could be anything. Well, that's a good point because we count it all.
Yeah.
You know, we count it all.
I feel like there's a few ones with motorcycles.
Sure.
You know, people are always a Dark Knight for one. You know, he
Yeah.
into that kind of mall area.
Talladega Nights, that's a good one. Back to the Future, that's right.
Yeah.
He crashes the DeLorean into a barn.
Yeah, and
You
like
know?
the whole thing is to kind of almost crash into a building. I
Right.
guess,
Yeah, that's
to
true.
get back.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about all that.
Oh yeah. We got some good options.
Yeah. Oh, so coming back, I want to. That's a good question, Leslie. I'll bring that up.
Super Tuesday primaries across the country today. We'll have the latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Something told me to turn on the radio.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, in the studio with me, Johnny Catalano, managing director, or what do we call you, of the theater, the Plaza Theater?
Just I'm a manager.
Just
of the
a manager.
Plaza
Oh,
Theater
okay.
And festival director.
That's right, because it's the Catalano Film Festival this Saturday, starting at 9, day-long event, and tickets are how much?
$10. $10 gets you into the whole event, the whole day.
Yeah, and we were kind of going through that earlier. I mean, this is like a day-long thing. You know, it's like it starts at 9. You got a couple of films. You got some shorts.
Yep.
And then you've got sort of a Q&A.
Yep.
And with John Russo.
Yeah.
And other filmmakers. And then sort of a encore presentation of Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, and that $10 gets you into that encore presentation too. So,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
so-
just like a catch-all for the whole event.
Just go out there and support the Plaza, fill up on popcorn, and they got good popcorn.
Oh yeah, the best.
Yeah, and they also they serve cocktails at the bar.
Yeah. We got some. We are having a wine sale. I'm titling it the Catalano wine mixer because why not? You know? So
right.
If you want some $5 wine, come to my event.
So the other thing we're talking about is the potential of an Evening Edge movie marathon of some sort, where I think it would be funny to sort of highlight movies that involve cars crashing into buildings.
Yeah.
Now here's my idea, and we're gonna get into this a little bit. My idea is to pick out one or two films that are just like solid, spot on. That's a car going into a building of some sort.
Clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I'd like to do, though, is try to pull some clips from these other films and kind of put it together so we can have sort of a montage.
Oh, yeah, a compilation.
Yeah, a compilation of cars going into buildings and show that at a marathon.
I think that'd be terrific. Yeah, just
yeah,
see? Put it on a nice. It would be exciting.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So the one that immediately comes to my mind is the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, of course.
And we've talked about that, and it's they don't just crash into a building; they like drive through a mall.
Yeah, it's an unreal kind of car chase for a comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that was the whole concept behind that film, was just even though it's a comedy, it's the orchestrated kind of car chases are some of the best.
And another one that somebody mentioned, Talladega Nights.
Love that film. You know, we can't beat Ricky Bobby. And
I'm trying to remember. Somebody else had mentioned that, and I've seen the movie. I just don't recall the crashing into the building. What did he crash into? Do you recall?
I might be wrong. It might be that time where when his dad gives him kind of the drugs, maybe, and he has to like drive super. He has to learn how to drive again. If I'm wrong,
maybe that's
put it in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. But it certainly does sound like something.
Yeah. That sounds.
So if you've got an idea for one of those films, 937-457-1290.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O. Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
That is right. That is right. Oh, bus into bank at dark night.
Yeah, I know that part.
Clinton, that's a good picture. Thank you. I love it. It's Clinton who's watching the live stream and his little baby watching the show.
Oh, that's wonderful. I have a young son too. 3 months old.
Street cure or breaks. We break in anytime. Now back to America's most powerful talk lineup. WHIO.
Don't hesitate to call.
You call me? You better call me. Damn it, get me a phone. Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. In the studio with Johnny Catalano. He is the manager of the Plaza Theater, Miamisburg. This Saturday, the Catalano Film Festival starts at noon, runs all day long, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You can check out their website, myplazatheater.org. .com. myplazatheater.com. And like I said, tickets are $10. So we've been also talking about movies with scenes of cars crashing into buildings, and we found it. Yes, the Talladega Nights. There's the scene when Ricky Bobby is trying to drive blindfolded, with his dad through the neighborhood, and yes, he crashes into a neighbor's home. So that would count. A couple of other ones that people mentioned on the live stream, The Lost Boys. I don't I remember the movie for sure.
Yeah,
but I don't remember cars crashing into a building. Kindergarten Cop, don't remember that one.
Yeah,
but again, I'm taking people's words for it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure, but I just don't. I don't remember necessarily. I guess living in Dayton, it just became so commonplace.
Yeah,
seeing stories of cars crashing into buildings, it just kind of
strange
washes over you, and you forget about it. A Good Day to Die Hard.
Okay.
That was one. Now here's this list, and Zach Edgehead, watching the live stream, sent me this list, and I also pulled some, but I don't remember some of these films. Maybe you do, or remember the scenes. The Dark Tower, 2017.
I never saw the film, so I can't talk on it.
Somebody says that was one, and here's what it is. It's popular. This is from IMDb. Popular movies and TV shows tagged with keyword car crashes into a building. And there's actually a list. Yeah.
There's a database.
1933 King Kong. Apparently it happens.
Apparently.
1976 The Enforcer with Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood. I do remember that. And then here's one I don't remember, but I can't believe I hadn't seen this because I was a BMXer back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really? Wow.
BMX Bandits, 1983.
Sounds like a great film.
Yeah. Somehow somebody crashes into a building, I guess.
Yeah.
Jerome in Dayton, what's going on, Jerome?
Oh, not much. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Great.
All right. I have The Car.
Oh, The Car with James Brolin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great movie. I love that film.
God, yeah. And obviously it's a car chasing everybody around town, trying to get into the graveyard and all kinds of good stuff. But when the lady was talking on the phone and how her house is set up where the road goes around it, well, she's talking on it and you hear it and it's coming in the background, and then you see through the picture window headlights, and it just crashes right through her car, or her house, and takes her out, and then goes on the other side of the house through all the windows and whatnot.
Wow.
And then
I remember that.
Merry way down the road.
Yeah,
but it was so. I thought it was kind of funny how they set that scene up. So that's in The Car. It's the house. It's the car going through the house.
I'll check that out. Thank you, Jerome. That's a good one. Somebody also mentioned Twister.
Yeah.
And there is the scene in Twister when the truck goes through a house that is rolling on the highway.
Right.
and Johnny asked me the question when during the news. He goes, well, would that count? And I'm like, yeah, it counts.
Well, anything counts. Yeah.
And
Car goes in the building.
And I don't remember. I mentioned King Kong.
Yeah.
Now, I don't, and this is the original. This is the I guess it's the original 1933 King Kong. I don't remember a car crashing into a house, but I can, or a building, but I can certainly imagine when King Kong is in New York City.
Yeah.
And he's traipsing around, causing all of his havoc and chaos. You know, some sort of car probably had to crash into a skyscraper.
It would be irresponsible not to do that as a filmmaker.
Exactly. Now, the thing that's interesting about that is with our tally, it's not just cars or vans.
Yeah.
The rule really is any motorized vehicle.
Oh, no kidding. So planes.
So a plane, you know, that would count. A train, an RV, even motorcycles. Even motorcycles.
I feel like motorcycles have quite a few, and I just can't think of them right. Maybe Jason Bourne. He's always on a motorcycle crashing through things.
Right. So a couple of more of these. The movie Taken with Liam Neeson. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Here's one from 1981. Scanners.
I love Scanners. I'm trying to remember the car. That's a David Cronenberg film, and he actually made a film called Crash, which is all about crashing cars in a weird way.
Well, here it is. A scientist trains a man with advanced telepathic abilities called scanning to stop a dangerous scanner with extraordinary psychic powers from waging war against non-scanners.
It's terrific. Talk about a regional filmmaker. David Cronenberg's your guy. He's Canadian. Made a lot of great horror classics. Yeah.
Let's see. Colleen mentioned on the live stream the Gumball Rally.
Don't know that one.
An eclectic group of people, this is from 1976, an eclectic group of people takes part in a secret and illegal cross-country road race. Now, wasn't that Cannonball Run?
Yeah.
I thought that was Cannonball Run.
Right. And Cannonball Run's kind of like a mad world in a little way.
Well, that's got Dom DeLuise, and it has Burt Reynolds in it.
Roger Moore.
There's like a cameo. I think OJ was in it too. If I'm
could have been.
Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah.
But that's and I'm wondering if somebody crashed into a house in Cannonball Run.
I would be surprised if they did.
That would seems like you're doing a disservice if you don't.
Oh, for sure.
Scott in Huber Heights. What's up, Scott?
Well, I got two for you if you're counting trains in the buildings also.
Okay.
The train in the building would be Silver Streak.
Okay.
Okay.
Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Yeah. Silver Streak. Mm-hmm.
And then the car in the movie, it would be Convoy with Chris Christopherson and Ernest Borgnine.
Oh, yeah.
Ernest Borgnine drives through a billboard and then right into a barn.
Gotcha. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that.
Folks, when you call in,
turn your radio
down.
Turn your radio down. Let's see a couple of other ones. Here's one from 1924. Now, this would be interesting to see. It stars Oliver Hardy, Larry Seaman, Dorothy Dwan, and Frank Alexander, and the movie's called Kid Speed.
Stan Laurel's not in it?
No, it just says, that's what I thought. Oliver Hardy, a wealthy businessman, organizes a race. Well, right there. Somebody's crashing. One of the competitors is in love with his daughter. A love triangle develops with another competitor. Whoever wins the race will have the opportunity to visit her, leading to plenty of action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 1924. It's a short, too, 18 minutes. So.
Oh, well, you can't beat that, 18 minutes.
Then there was one called Breaking Loose, Summer City 2.
Sequel, then.
I guess, yeah. But here's the thing: there's a ton of TV shows.
Yeah, that's right.
Where it's, and you're right. You said that earlier. It's like every week there's there's a car crashing into a building on some sitcom somewhere.
Yeah, or a cop show, whatever. Maybe.
Yeah. Toby in Miamisburg. What's up, Toby?
It's Opie.
Who?
Opie.
Oh, says Toby.
Yeah.
Everybody take a drink. Name is wrong.
Okay.
That's all right. Go ahead, Opie.
That's okay. Hey, I've been called worse.
Right.
Cars crashing into buildings in movies. Christine, when she runs through the gas station.
Oh, yeah. I was actually thinking about that. It's been a while since I've seen Christine, but I thought that might be a obvious choice.
Living car situation.
That was a wonderful movie, and I watched a documentary on that, and the stunt driver that actually did that scene, he run the car into the building, and he was wearing a full scuba suit, backed out, the car quit, he didn't know what to do, he reached down, turned the key, she lit right back up, and down the road they went.
Interesting. And I'm trying to understand why he was wearing a scuba suit.
Because the car was on fire.
Oh, so he was wearing something to protect himself from the...
right, because when he pulled out of the gas station, the car was on fire.
Okay, I got you.
Naturally.
I got you. I was like, I don't remember the plot line where there was a guy in a scuba suit, but I could have missed it. Thank you. Thank you, Opie. Dave in Trotwood, what's up?
So I've got a couple of movies I'm thinking of here. One of them is the Blues Brothers.
Yep, we mentioned that one. That is like that's the definitive car into a building, because it's not just a crash; it's a race through the building, through the mall.
Right.
Yeah.
So did somebody call in about the airplane that crashes into the terminal on an airplane?
Oh, they didn't, but that's a good one. That's a good one. See, that's the thing, is that if you include cars, and you include trucks, and you include planes, and you include motorcycles, and airplane, it just goes on and on and on and on.
This festival would be probably a solid 2 weeks
That's
long.
right. That's right. Every night we're going to show a different movie of a vehicle crashing into a building. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. 937-457-1290.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
The Storm Center 7 forecast still looks gloomy on Wednesday, and we will have some showers around early in the day, high temperatures climbing to the lower 50s. I'm Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney for Dayton's Severe Weather Station, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Buy any 4 tires and get 4 free oil changes at Grismer Tire and Auto Service. See store for details.
All's looking good right now in the Miami Valley. Travel times are back to normal, and traffic on I-75, 70, and Route 35, I-675 as well looking good. If you're on southbound I-75 in the Northridge area trying to get to Route 35, the 5-mile trip is taking a normal 6 minutes. I'm Jason Michaels.
Now from the WHIO News Center, the 3 big things you need to know. The man accused of hitting his daughter with a truck, then crashing into a cruiser, faces a host of new charges.
Yes, that is Colleen for the win. I love that. That's a great one. I have to mention that one for sure.
Yeah.
The rain is set to end Wednesday, but warmer temperatures are expected to stick around for a while. Up latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
What do we know about this guy, Mr. Hot Stuff?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. In the studio with Johnny Catalano from the Plaza Theater out in Miamisburg. The Catalano Film Festival is happening this Saturday beginning at noon. It's all day long. It's a all-day event.
All day event. It's a festival.
Yeah, it's a festival.
Yeah.
Hence the name Festival.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's only $10 to get in, and there's going to be a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
World premiere of a documentary on John Russo, co-writer. I guess he was probably a co-producer,
co-creator. They all made it. You know
right.
What I mean?
Of Night of the Living Dead, a documentary on his life.
Yeah.
And then that night they're going to be showing the film.
Yeah.
And one last, I just have to mention this. We've been talking about movies that involve vehicles crashing into buildings. And Edgehead Colleen, who's an ardent fan of the show, this is brilliant. And I didn't even think about this. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Where the Corvette spins backwards and crashes out of a building.
It's the reverse.
Not into the building, but out of the building.
Yeah.
And that's definitely, that would have to be part of it.
Right? Oh, yeah.
For
it
sure.
subverts the expectations.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. There's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. You can get the podcast of this show at eveningedgetodd.com or all of your other favorite podcast platforms. You will find it. And don't forget, you can always go back and watch the live stream. It saves right there on Facebook, on YouTube, and I think on Stitch. So if you missed the show, you can always go back and check it out. And by all means, check out Johnny's 70s director. It almost, I have to tell you, a little bit Burt Reynolds and Boogie Nights.
That's the best compliment I could receive.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Somebody who directed porn back in the 70s was wearing a shirt like that.
I will take that, sir.
Have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
That's it.
Is that it? Is that all?
Oh, that was fun.
Show's over, ladies. Not bad, huh?
Well, you get an A for effort.
Good night, sweet prince.
Peace out, player.
See you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow. See ya.